Hello, my name is Davey McCollum. The book I am going to be sharing with you is God's Middle Finger by Richard Grant. This book was published in March of 2008 and it contains 277 pages. The author of this book, Richard Grant, is an award-winning travel writer. He is also the author of the books American Nomads and Crazy River. Grant was born in Malaysia and raised and educated in Britain. He moved to the U.S. and began his writing career. Grant is an author, explorer, and thrill seeker. He states in God's Middle Finger that he enjoys that edgy, adrenaline-hype feeling that comes when pushing your luck in a place that you don't belong. This book is a true story told by the author about his travels through a very lawless, drug-infested, and dangerous area of Mexico, the Sierra Madre. The story begins in the yard of one of the author's mentors, Joe Brown. From his home in Arizona, Joe teaches Grant as much as he can to help the author make it through the Sierra Madre alive. After a few months of waiting out on the drug mafias and Mexican army's blood feuds to die down, Richard Grant began his journey into the Sierra Madre. From the day he began riding horseback into the mountains, Grant's story is a heart-pumping adventure. Around every corner of his trip, he finds danger and excitement. On the first night of the journey, Grant finds himself sleeping without a tent on a forest floor teeming with rattlesnakes, scorpions, bears, mountain lions, and jaguars. He ends his horseback travels after his friend and guide Reuben encounters a near-death accident falling off his mule. In the next few days, he would surely find out that the wildlife and horseback accidents were to be the least of his fears in a place like the Sierra Madre. Later in the book, Grant befriends a Mormon named John Hatch. John guides him deeper into the mountains, but their trip comes to a halt when they decide to take on a new adventure, a treasure hunt. The two men spend the next few months searching for long-lost gold, only to find empty holes and assault rifles held in their faces by drug dealers posing as police officers. Grant escapes many near-death experiences like this. He is forced by gunpoint to tow a full-size pickup up a steep, rocky, cliffside road, which ends up leaving him broken down on a road known for being controlled by bandits. From buying rounds of beer and snorting cocaine up each nostril with corrupt police officers, to driving full speed down narrow, muddy roads, Grant does whatever he can to escape danger. That is, until one day, his luck runs out. This is a passage from the book that I think represents the Sierra Madre, the book God's Middle Finger, and the author's writing style very well. This time he didn't bother going to the bathroom. We snorted it right off his pocket knife at the table, and the bartender came over, waved his forefinger from side to side, and pointed us to the bathroom. It was a simple system, and we had abused it. The Pelican apologized, motioned us to our feet, and we went single file into the bathroom and snorted the last of the cocaine. Now they wanted me to buy more, which looked like a classic Mexican setup. I would buy the cocaine, the cops would bust me, extort a large bribe, which they would then spend on cocaine. From beginning to end, this is one of the best books that I have ever read. Richard Grant does a great job of making every page of the book interesting and exciting. Many of the stories he tells are so far different from anything that I have or ever will experience. It is incredible to me how different life is for many of those living in the Sierra Madre than it is for the average American. In the Sierra Madre, there is no real form of security. There is no law or justice. It is no safer to approach a corrupt police officer than it is to approach a drug lord. The Sierra Madre is a place where the leading cause of death is homicide, followed by drunk driving accidents and liver disease. If people are not killing each other, they are likely dying from alcohol abuse. I would highly recommend to anyone that they should definitely read this book.